Hello everybody, my name is Dan Lett. I'm a political columnist for the Winnipeg Free Press. This is Federal Budget Day. In fact, it's not any Federal Budget Day though. This is a federal budget that is being delivered just a few months before we go into a full-blown federal election campaign. And pre-election budgets tend to be among the most interesting budgets of all. Federal Finance Minister Joe Oliver has lots of goodies for voters in this pre-election budget. In addition to lots and lots of tax cuts, he's also cutting tax rates for small business and really trying to sweeten the pot for a lot of key voting demographics. For the first time in a number of years, this budget will officially report a surplus, a $1.4 billion surplus, although we had to go through a lot of creative accounting to get there. Oliver and the federal Conservatives believe this is a budget that will pave the way for their re-election in the fall.
Dan, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, who is this?
I'm the conscience of the electorate, and I have to tell you, something about your analysis doesn't make sense.
Go on.
In public opinion surveys, a gross majority of Canadians want more federal money for healthcare and infrastructure, not balanced budgets and tax cuts. How can the Conservatives get re-elected by going against the grain of public opinion?
Well, the simple fact is that the Conservatives don't actually need a majority of Canadians to get re-elected.
You're kidding, right?
Oh, I wish I was kidding. But actually, this is the consequence of extremely low voter turnout. Let's imagine right now that we have 100% of Canadian voters. It's a large pool of people all ready to vote in this fall's election. Unfortunately, right now, only about 60% of those people will actually show up to vote. So that means that any party that wants to form a government, even a majority government, only needs about 30% of all voters to win that election.
Wow, that's really perverse.
Oh, you know what? I completely agree. It is pretty perverse. But that happens to be the reality that we're dealing with right now. And to tell you the truth, the budget situation could even get worse in the next few years. Let's remember, Joe Oliver's budget is primarily predicated on a rebound in federal revenues. A lot of those revenues are going to come from resources. We're a resource-rich country. The chief resource is oil. Joe Oliver believes there's going to be a really big rebound in oil prices. Right now, declining oil prices have cost the Canadian government billions and billions of dollars of lost revenue. And that's expected to continue in the upcoming years. If the oil prices don't rebound the way Joe Oliver thinks they will, you may find that more and more spending cuts are necessary. That means less and less money for the priorities that a majority of Canadians really want.
I feel a bit nauseous.
Well, to tell you the truth, you're not the only one. This is the reality, though, of a federal political system with low voter turnout, where a smaller and smaller constituency of people gets to hold sway over the federal government and thus the entire country.
Okay, but we could combat this if more Canadians turned out to vote, right? Yeah, well, hope springs eternal. My name is Dan Lett, and I'm here with the conscience of the electorate for the Winnipeg Free Press. Happy Federal Budget Day.